Greetings, everyone. My name is Buck Business, and welcome to my review of Disney's live adaptation of Beauty and the Beast. So, this movie is essentially a one for one recreation of the classic Disney movie Beauty and the Beast, retold in live action, with some CGI elements, of course. The music is essentially all the same, except for some of the notes not being able to be put as well as the original, but they're fine enough. And all the other musicals are sufficient enough. They're pretty much mostly on par with the original. And most of the things that happened in the original happen here as well. So to say that there are many spoilers would be not true. There aren't really many spoilers, as you probably most likely have seen the original Beauty and the Beast. And if you've seen that, you've probably wanted to check out this version of it, and you probably already have. So, I thought this movie was fine. I thought the elements that they added, which were a few, I believe, two new songs, one from Belle's father, and one from the Beast toward the end of the movie. These songs are pretty good additions to the already expansive musical of Beauty and the Beast. Now, there is a part that does get a little bit convoluted, as they introduce this new mechanic of this book, and I feel like they didn't explain it well enough, where Belle travels to the past or something of that nature to visit her mother, or something of that ilk. And of course, in retrospect or in comparison to, we also see that the Beast also has a very similar past. Now, again, they could have handled this situation a lot better. I think I know what they are trying to go for to give them something to connect to, but I feel like the writing could have been more intertwined to have them actually communicate with each other about these things as they're happening. Um, and since the book is able to transport them, it does cause a problem later on where the father is being captured as he was in the original, but here they have the book now, and you could assume that they could just take the book to get to him faster, but they take another route to get there. It's pretty convoluted. I think they could have, again, handled that much better, but aside from that one mistake, I don't really see much else wrong with the movie. I mean, sure, you can say that Emma Watson isn't a perfect Belle. She's, again, okay at what she does here. At least she has the look down somewhat. I suppose that is okay for them. But, she just sort of is in the moment, and I don't think she ever tries to live up to the name or character of Belle, to its fullest potential anyway. There are moments where it gets a little bit like, oh, okay, that's nice. Like, there's the moment where she's like teaching a younger student or a child how to read. I felt that was very Belle of her. But those moments are, I feel, far and few between, unfortunately. And the best scenes, of course, being with her and her father. I feel like those were the moments where she could have the most opportunity to add additional qualities to Belle. And I think that helped a little bit in that department. Other than that, I felt that this movie was fine. Rather by the numbers. Another live action adaptation from Disney, one of the better ones in my opinion. I would slot this right next to Cinderella. I felt like Maleficent fell kind of short. Peach Dragon was fine. The Jungle Book, I felt the live adaptation did a lot of the parts better. Um, so I felt like this one's somewhere in the higher rankings of live action adaptations, and of course we have confirmations or semi-confirmations, I guess, of The Lion King being a full CGI fest, as well as a production nightmare beginnings of Mulan, it would appear. From what I've been seeing, anyway. But that could all be just all that online nonsense going on, but I don't know. As for this movie, though, I'll give it a solid 7 out of 10. Again, just a pretty solid movie. It has its flaws, but I don't think I would detract too much away from that. Because every movie has its flaws, of course, so I thought for what it's worth, it's a 7 out of 10, as I said. So, if you like this review, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and until next time, farewell, everyone.